Warning, the Shackaloo Podcast is a podcast created by two ex-degenerates that think they know sports gambling and spent their younger days breaking bookies and never hedging. We are not experts on anything, and everything we say should be taken with a grain of salt. We do not condone illegal sports gambling, and all gambling should be done responsibly. If you have a gambling problem, call 1-800-GAMBLER. Now enjoy.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Shackaloo Podcast, a podcast where Twink is coming out of a hostess box, and that's the only thing I know. I'm one of your hosts, Anthony.
I'm your other host, Andrew.
And let's get into it. Andrew, it has been a while, and when I say a while, maybe a month or so, and we promised these people that we wouldn't go away, and we did, but
Well, you got married. I got divorced.
Yeah, I did get married, and now all those swinger and wife jokes aren't looking so funny now in previous podcast episodes. I mean, I don't know, it is funny, but it's not funny. It's funny because it's not funny. So that's kind of what's going on here.
Still keep it funny. So
yeah, so I got married. Sorry, all you ladies who listen to the podcast thinking that I'm some kind of suave. No, it's not the case. I'm now married. But we took a little vacation as well. It was a destination, and we went to a state where betting is legalized. Andrew, did you place any bets while you were in Tennessee or North Carolina?
I did not. And I don't think betting is legal in North Carolina. So
are you sure?
My app did not work. So
okay, well, hold on. Let me rephrase some of this. So we were like maybe 10 minutes away from Tennessee. So maybe you drove up the mountain. Like, where I got married was North Carolina, but like where we were parked was Tennessee. So yeah. technically you're good. But no, that was fun. Went to Gatlinburg. And then you went to Gatlinburg after the wedding. See, Andrew was the best man at my wedding, and he decided to, like, instead of going to my bachelor party with me in Gatlinburg before my wedding, he decided he was going to go to Gatlinburg after my wedding.
Well, at the same time, we had kid things, I could not be there. I still owe you a bachelor party. So
make better choices, kids. Make better choices, kids, than who your friends are.
Pretty much. Yep. Yeah, pretty much. Tony's a shitty friend, so am I. So
yeah. I made him a Long Island iced tea the night after I got married, and you know what he did? He didn't even drink it. He looked at it like
the night of your wedding, and I did drink that.
Well, it was after. It was the night, but it was after my wedding, like the night of, I guess. Like it wasn't during. Like the wedding was over.
It was the night of, and
dude,
we
I'll tell you what.
Time.
It was, but you know what? Everybody that was there hit a fucking wall. Like, just got slammed. Because if you've ever been to Gatlinburg, Tennessee, it is nothing but moonshine and booze and maybe a couple of things to do for the kids.
Yeah.
And before the night before, my wife and I went out. Her siblings, who were throwing us the bachelor and bachelorette party, had already went out. They had already did a moonshine night, but they were like round 2 during our bachelorette party. And they were good. They were pitching in. Like, I mean, they were feeling themselves. And then we got to the cabin, and we asked Andrew, we rented this nice ass 6-bedroom cabin, great view, all that good stuff. And the night that Andrew wasn't there because he decided to drive from Ohio to Tennessee into the morning and not get there till 6:00. But that night, everybody got hammered again 3 days in a row. And right before the day of the wedding, like me and my wife were like, oh my God, is everybody going to wake up in time? Like, what's going on here? And then we're thinking like, oh, we'll get back to the cabin and we'll have a great time with everybody. We brought liquor, we got rum, we got more moonshine. We thought maybe everybody would have a good time because now we're married, right? This is when you celebrate. Everybody hit a wall and was just, they were dead.
I was ready to fucking party. So
I don't know if you were ready to party. You needed about 5 more naps.
Yeah.
So yeah, that was a good time. Hopefully you and whoever you were with in in Gatlinburg. Had a great time.
Who the hell she is.
Well, I don't know if you want the people of the podcast world to know, and you are making a lot of noise over there, sir.
I am, because it's starting to fucking rain. I was sitting outside.
And it's been raining since 9 o'clock this morning. So that's how intelligent Andrew is at the moment. Like he's I'm gonna sit outside.
The forecast said no more rain, and now I'm getting rained on. So,
yeah, well, you gotta tune into that 103.3 Annie Up Anthony weather traffic report to figure out what's going on. Yeah. Speaking of which, Better the Day should be coming back. Better the Day should be coming back, and because the station's been going through a little. What you keep saying? Yeah, I'm telling the people you're over there. I think you're just see. Look, Andrew is just talking to make sure like he's responding to things I'm saying, which is not happening. I'm not even talking to him. I'm talking to the people. But yeah,
I've actually been missing on that. Now that we're anyway, go ahead.
Well, no. Now that we're 6 minutes in, let's get into some sports topics here. Yeah, because basketball season is over. So,
yep.
The Nuggets, congratulations. First time being champions. We talked about it a little bit. Could Jimmy Butler do it? I said Jimmy Butler could not do it. You never know. Unfortunately, the Sixers are what the Sixers are. And really, the Eastern Conference kind of did not show out. I mean, Milwaukee fails. Boston fails. The Sixers fail. And Miami, I think really they just they tell Jimmy Butler to just go out there, ball, help your teammates, because regardless if you like Jimmy Butler or not, or if you think he's a cancer in the locker room, I mean, he wants the team to win. He cares about what happens with the team.
I just think they need to put people around him that actually want to win. Could they got their asses beat?
Yeah, but even if you do that, like, I don't think anybody wants to play with Jimmy Butler. Kind of like nobody wants to play with Russell Westbrook because he's a ball hog and he wants the last shot, which is fine. He's entitled to that. He's a good player, borderline great player. You can't say you're great until you win a title. But, it's, hats off to Joker. Joker loses the MVP and he goes and gets finals MVP like that. Good for him.
Well, no one liked to play with Jordan either. So, and six of them, 6 rings.
Okay, Jimmy Butler's not getting 6 titles, even if even everybody was calling him Jordan's son during the whole playoff run.
I don't think anyone in our generation, before you and I die, are getting 6 rings. So it's just
Steph Curry could be close.
Well, we'll see. I mean, I really don't understand today's trade. Chris Paul,
and you're sleeping on Tim Duncan. Tim Duncan has 6. He might even have 7.
What?
Tim Duncan's got a few titles. Like, man.
Yeah, I don't think it's 6 though. I think he got 5.
I could have swore. Anyway, but I mean, obviously we know Kobe is one of the greats, and he doesn't have 6 titles.
He's got 5. LeBron's got 4. Or 3.5.
No, you're right. It was 5.
Yeah.
I stand corrected. That's still pretty good.
Still pretty good, but it's still not GOAT status. So,
yeah, I think Curry could if he stays healthy and finds a way to build some teams around him.
Yeah, I mean, how old is Curry now? I think Curry's like 35 years old now.
He's a couple years younger than us, so he's probably 33, 34.
33, yeah. So, that window is closing. And they just brought on Chris Paul today, and they traded Jordan Poole. So,
yeah, it's not a bad move though. I mean, Chris Paul's not a slouch.
No,
I mean, he's a good older.
He's also not used to coming off the bench, so we'll see how that one goes. But the the Warriors have, put 4 championships together in like the last 10 years. So like,
yeah.
So
and then Marcus Smart is now gone off of the Celtics, so he goes bye out of the. How does that affect? I mean, Porzingis is not the Porzingis when he first got drafted. He didn't do bad last year, but I don't know if that helps Boston's case. He's not the shooter that Marcus Smart is.
Right. So
I
mean, I really don't get it, but like, some of these trades, like, but I'm not a fucking GM. So, we'll see how that one goes. Porzingis, like why when I saw that trade, I'm like, why is he still being talked about?
Oh, that's exactly my point.
Yeah.
And then the Frenchman, I think the Frenchman goes to the Spurs last night, I believe.
Mm-hmm.
They're like, this is what I hate about the NBA draft and like college basketball is they go, oh, this is the most hyped up prospect since LeBron. You guys said the same thing about Zion.
All right.
I mean, like at this point, you guys are like car salesmen. Like, this is the best model. Well, obviously, it's the best model. It's brand new. It's going to be the best model than last year because it's the newer model. I don't know what you're like. I swear to God, like the NBA draft is so fucking stupid. Like, because they hype up these kids and they're like, they're going to be LeBron out of the gate. They're going to be Kobe out of the gate. And no, they're not. I bet you that Frenchman does not have a LeBron Kobe type season.
No, not even close. He's going to come in. He's just going to do mediocre things. And that's pretty much what we're faced with the NBA right now. It's like, even all the shit I gave LeBron, like, I'm going to miss watching that dude play once he's done. And so like next year, we have Bronny coming out. If he leaves USC, he's eligible next year's draft. And we're just like, okay, Bronny's coming out. Like, yeah, but is he his dad? Because he definitely does not have his dad's size. He can shoot.
No. His younger son. His younger son has his dad's size. Yeah, that kid's fucking tall.
Yeah.
Apparently, what's funny is apparently he's the better prospect.
Yeah. Well, but then they're not talking about that. They're not. Yeah. So
no.
As far as LeBron, I think he's gonna stick one more year out, 2 more years maybe. He was talking about retirement. Nah, like, he's still getting paid. He's good. Like, that way, the Lakers are not going to tell him, like, hey, no, we don't want you back, like, because they still have millions of people in LA that want to come watch him play. They're going to sell tickets. So.
Yeah, and then apparently now there are rumors that LeBron's fed up with Anthony Davis. Like, it's funny because even the media will stretch some things that are said. And I'm not saying LeBron isn't saying that, but has he ever been known to like verbally throw a teammate under the bus like that, saying like, oh, I'm fed up with AD stuff?
No. He's not like that. He just he likes to make his own teams and then they fail. When he doesn't get to make his own team, he wins. So.
Yeah, I guess. I mean, he won with the Lakers. He made that team, so that kind of contradicts your.
No. He did not make that team. Okay, he did not make that team. He made the team that he played with this year and last year. You're talking about COVID. Okay. That's why. Okay. That's why I said. That's why I say.
What? I hate
3.5. 3.5.
I hate that excuse that it was the bubble and COVID. What else did you want him to do? Lose? No. That's what I don't understand. Like, what did people want him to do? Like, it doesn't count because it was the COVID bubble year. Okay, so did you want him to throw his hands up and go, you know what? I'm just gonna sit out this season. Anybody else could win. If it was Jimmy Butler would be considered a great because he won a championship. If it was Jordan, nobody would try to take that away from him. I don't understand. I just don't understand that. Like, it's a championship. Like, if It's like that's like saying like if the Browns would have won in COVID due to a bubble, would you give a fuck about if it was a bubble COVID championship? You would celebrate it like it was 1999, wouldn't you, Andrew?
No, I would not have.
No, that's a lie. That's a lie. That's a lie. He knows it. He's just trying to make his case.
Whenever the Browns fucking win that, I do not want an asterisk by it. Okay.
But there should be no asterisk. That's just what the season was. Like, would you rather them? Okay, let me ask you this: would you rather them not have played basketball?
No. I mean, it brought me out of like, oh hey, I get to watch sports. I was happy for it, but still.
Right, he played what he had to play. I mean, that's what I'm saying. Like, I don't get it. Like, that's what he had to play with, or who he had to play with, and other teams he had to play. I don't understand the asterisks. Every team had that asterisk. So every team. So you, as long as you tell me that if it had been the Warriors or Boston, that you would still put that asterisk next to it.
Anybody.
Okay, I mean, all right, then I'll leave it off. But like I said, they played Miami. And Jimmy Butler, if Jimmy Butler wins in there and he beats LeBron, is it Jimmy Butler won his title and he beats LeBron?
No,
or is it Jimmy? But I bet you.
Absolutely not. Not my book. Not my book.
And yeah, and you're a good man for that. But I bet you 90% of the sports population that watches basketball would be like, oh, I can't believe Jimmy. Yeah, see, look, LeBron, it wouldn't even be about Jimmy's title. They'd be like, LeBron lost to Jimmy Butler in COVID. Like, that's what it would be. And it would take away from the Jimmy Butler win. And there wouldn't be an asterisk next to it because it would be it would be like a triple asterisk next to LeBron losing to Jimmy Butler. I just hate sports are stupid.
The way I look at it, it's just like, they were able to put this together for us to watch sports during, like, none of those players, except for LeBron, gave a fuck.
So what they should have did is they should have just gave them all participation trophies for playing the season. Like, here you go, Celtics. Here's a little medal for you guys. Thank you for playing during COVID. Yeah, well, you're a COVID winner. You're a COVID champion.
Also, if they had seen that bubble, they missed their families, all that. Like, I consider that. Thank you for my entertainment.
Miss their families. Come on, man. Look, okay, so all right. Look,
thank you for my entertainment. Okay, thank you for my entertainment. Oh, okay. I mean, do not give me that Jokic shit because
Jokic was away from his family.
Yeah,
he's
bullshit. You know, goddamn well, his family's over here.
I don't know about that, but I will say this: like, it was kind of cool to see somebody not give a fuck about the championship.
Yeah.
Like, not crying because he was like, yeah, it's just basketball. I'm going home, like, where I care. Like, right. I do this for my family, He's like, this isn't what I love. I love horses. Like, I just happen to be good at basketball and it's a job.
Yep.
but yeah, no, I mean, Jokic is the truth, but yeah, I'm glad we got that out of our systems there, Andrew.
That's literally like all he gives a fuck about. Like, hey, I won a championship. I won money. I got money. I'm good to go. See you next season.
Yeah, he was pissed about the parade. He was mad about the parade. He was like, what? Parade? When's the parade? And they're like, Thursday. He's like, you can see it on his face. God damn it. Yeah, it was fucking parade.
That's what he's like, that's what my fucking flight is.
Yeah. Like, and there was nobody at that bitch. Like, there were like aerial shots of it, and you would have thought that it was just like the Memorial Day parade or some shit like that. Like,
yeah.
But whatever.
But also, but if you look at the parade that Cleveland did when LeBron won that championship there, it was fucking packed.
They're hanging out of buildings and they're like the Rampage video game. They're like climbing on buildings and bringing them
right. So like, if you're the fucking Nuggets, you're like, goddamn, like, we're doing all this for what? like no one came out. Like, we won the championship. It's like the first championship, dude, like since like how long in Denver?
I'm telling you what, if the Browns ever win a Super Bowl, I'm driving to Cleveland the night of them winning the Super Bowl because that place is gonna be lit.
Yeah. Well, you can pick me up.
Because I'll be drunk. We'll probably be watching it together. I don't know what we're talking about.
All right.
Ashley, Sarah, bye. See ya.
Load up the car. We're out. Well, the parade's out for like 4 days. Like, yeah, we got to get there now.
Yeah, because they're probably flooding the streets.
All right. God damn, when's this parade starting? So, yeah, I mean, but, it was pretty disappointing, and also, what was it, like last year, the fucking, the Rams, their Super Bowl, like, no one gave a fuck.
Yeah. No, except Matt Stafford.
Right.
That's probably it.
Well, I mean, he gave a fuck so much that he pushed a bitch off the stage. So so anyway, so what else is new in sports?
Honestly, other than that, I mean, if you want to talk about local stuff here, the Cincinnati Reds are on fire. 10-game win streak.
Dude,
above 500.
I've been watching them, and I've been winning money off them motherfuckers. Like, they're doing it. I fucking love it.
Yeah.
I hate it. I hate it because of Kyle's team, but they're fucking doing it. And I even texted Kyle about it, and he's just like, yeah, dude. He's like, who's that number 44? Goddamn, he's so fast.
And this is what happens when you build a team and put a team together. Like, and before they got rid of some of their dead weight and money issues and brought some people up, and now they're doing it. How long they'll stay doing it, you really don't know. Baseball is a really weird sport. Like, if you get hot when the bats are on fire and they stay hot, but they eventually cool down, and it's what you do during them cool down periods that determines how far you go. And because that's not sustainable. Like, they're gonna lose more games. It's not like they're gonna win the next 50 fucking games in a row and then go to the playoffs. But they're in a good spot. They're leading their division, and that's all that Cincinnati fans can ask for, especially since they've pooped the bed in the last decade.
Yeah, I mean, but also, like, they are so fun to watch too. Like, what year was it? The Guardians, Indians at the time, whatever. We got 22. That was so fun to watch.
Yeah.
And like with the Reds right now, they're 11 straight as of before this, 11 straight wins. That's pretty good.
Yeah.
And that's why I love baseball so much. Is like, because you can start off cold, get hot, go back to cold, and then get hot again. And that's just the game of baseball. Like, you have to put that ball across the plate to end the game. Like, you cannot drain a clock down. That's why I love baseball so much.
Well, it was look at the Phillies last year. So they go in hot in August, right? And they have a cold ass September. They have a cold fucking September.
Yeah.
Nobody they barely got a wild card spot, but they get that wild card spot. And what happens? October they start heating up. And they make it from a wild card game all the way to the World Series.
Yep.
So, I mean, it's baseball is crazy like that. And I believe the year before that, the Braves were a wild card team, weren't they?
Yep. Yeah, they were.
And they end up winning the fucking World Series.
Yeah, you never know. That's what makes baseball so great. It is my favorite sport. Like, I love betting on football. But I love watching baseball. Like, you can literally put me in front of any baseball game. Whether it's, the College World Series, Kids World Series, whatever, MLB, like, you put me in front of that, I'm happy. Like, because I love what's going on there the entire time.
So the Guardians win a World Series in a bubble setting. You're not putting an asterisk next to that one, are you? Since you, Mr. I love baseball.
I know. We will see. So
speaking of the Guardians,
speaking of the Guardians, they're doing pretty good. It's definitely a lot rougher than I thought it would be, but my boy Jose Ramirez is still doing it. So, like, but I'm definitely looking forward to going to that game with you in July. The Phillies,
yes, July
22nd is going to be awesome.
Yeah, so we're going to be sitting in left field. And Bryce Harper is a left-handed hitter, so I'm hoping I catch one of those balls. You know what I'm saying? I'll catch Bryce Harper's balls. I don't mind catching Bryce Harper's balls. That's just that's fine. I'm okay with that. I'm not going to bring my mitt to the game. But little fun fact, Andrew, come to the game hungry because it's Dollar Dog Night.
Oh, really? Huh. Dollar Dog Night. Okay.
one of the reasons I love baseball, right? Dollar Dog Night.
So
yeah, but that'll be fun. That'll be fun. I haven't been to a major league game in probably 5 years, actually.
Really? Probably been
yeah,
about,
they're just. I mean, I never had.
Probably been about 10 years for me. So
Yeah, I just never
when
had
you
a
text
reason
me
to
that,
go.
I'm like, yeah, fuck it, yeah, we're doing this. So
yeah, why not? I mean, it's just. I mean, tickets are pretty cheap, but you know, it'll be hopefully both teams are in some kind of running or doing pretty good because I mean we're talking about the end of July. And I wouldn't say that the end of July is crunch time for baseball, but it's almost like get your shit together time because you only got August and September left after that. So
yeah. The Guardians are making a lot of moves, within the clubs. So we'll see how it goes. We're gonna be bringing up some new players, and but they have to get something going because they are kind of frustrating to watch. Like there's no reason why me, as a lifelong Cleveland fan, should be watching the Reds more than I do the Guardians. Because
actually, the Guardians won me some money last night, or not last night. Was it last night or the night? 2 nights ago.
Oh, did they?
So they were a plus like 1.5 runs or whatever. But I picked them to win over the Oakland, which it was a minus 183. It's a minus 183 for them to win. And then I put some money on the under. It was under 8 runs, and they ended up winning 6-1. So I hit on the under, and I got the minus 183.
Yeah, there you go.
So, but it was the A's, right? The A's are never good. I don't know whatever Oakland is doing out there.
I mean, I think it. So my very favorite movie is Moneyball. About the A's. And Billy Bean.
Yeah.
But I think that time has come up, and
so it's over.
Yeah, so I think everyone else in baseball has adjusted, and this is how baseball is now. But yeah, the Reds have been fired for me. The Phillies have been fired for me as far as betting goes. So especially lately, the Reds, 11 wins. There you go.
Yeah, and what do you think now that we got into baseball a little bit? People kind of stopped talking about it. What do you think of the pitch clock now that it's been implemented? Do you like it?
I do. I do.
Okay.
Hey, just figure this shit out. Throw your fucking pitch. You have to throw it anyway. Just throw it. So I don't know why people get so pissed off about it. It's they still get time to pick off the runner, first or second, third, whatever.
Well, what's funny is I think it has to do more with the batter. I think it affects the batter a little bit more because how many times during a game, before the pitch clock, do you see the guy put up his hand and fix his fucking glove?
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, what? I know it's about throwing the pitcher off his rhythm, but I mean, what are you doing? I mean, you put it on before you got out there, and all of a sudden you got to adjust it.
But at the same time, it's just if you're a batter, are you not in the rhythm yourself? You know what I mean?
I know exactly what you mean. Owen's been hitting pretty good at his baseball games, and I told him, I said, man, if you need a second, put your hand up, take a step out of the box. I said, and I'm trying to teach him now, rhythm of pitchers. So this pitcher he was facing, and I know it's minor league, so I'm not sitting here breaking down ESPN baseball or anything, but the kid, I noticed, I said, Owen, I said, he's throwing 3 balls, and then that fourth one, he throws something right down the middle each time. I'm like, and I let him know that. I go, unless that fourth pitch is totally off, swing at it wherever it's at because you're going to hit it. And sure enough, ball 1.
Well, especially
ball 2.
Especially at his age too. That strike zone is so big. Dude, you have to swing.
Well, that kid was intentionally working the zone. He was throwing low curves and stuff like that, and then he'd throw one right down the middle. And so the low curves, whatever was calling, it was low outside curve. So he was just hitting that corner right on the outside to where the ump was calling it balls. And I said, but he throws that fourth ball right down the middle every time. And sure enough, right down the middle, clonked it. So, it was good for him, and I said that's more of the game now as you get older, with baseball. Like it's about working everything. It's not about just throwing and hitting anymore. It's a chess game, which is why I like watching, baseball. I like seeing what's going on. But unless the pitcher is ass. Like if it's like their ace starter, I don't want nothing to do with it. I know. Give me the top 3 pitchers. Hopefully the Phillies are throwing out there somebody out there pretty good. I don't know who the Guardians have or if their pitching is any good, but
yeah, I mean it's decent, I mean, they definitely got work to do, and a lot of the pitching staff with the Guardians is young, so
yeah,
but for me, like with baseball, like the pitchers matter, but also your batting matters more. Like,
right.
You can get enough film on somebody right now in baseball where like the tendencies. Like, hey, I'm gonna do slider, curve, fastball. Basically, just how you described, what Owen's been dealing with. So
yeah. And I like listening to some interviews because a couple of good hitters, they don't even talk about how they see the pitch. They go, if you're watching the pitches, the actual pitch and the trajectory of the ball when it's being thrown, you're gonna lose every time. Most great batters say they know what pitch is coming and where it's gonna be before it leaves the pitcher's hand, just by their tendencies and stuff like that, which is pretty cool. The analysis of it all, when it comes down to it.
I mean, that's the thing. A lot of us, play baseball forever, and it's just like, when you see, what these guys are doing, it's just like, I know what this pitcher does, this and this and this. Us, growing up, playing baseball, like we don't know any of that shit. So
yeah, no,
and that's why I always say, like, you can put a baseball player in any sport, and they're likely going to do better. But if you take anyone from outside that never played baseball, they're not going to do very good.
Right.
Because baseball is so unique. And that's how I feel about golf as well. So,
dude, we haven't been golfing yet this summer, and I'm disappointed in you, Andrew.
Yeah, I'm disappointed in you too. You haven't come down. I literally live right across the street from a golf course.
I can barely get you to do an hour of a podcast during the week, and I'm supposed to just message you about golf?
Yeah,
sure,
absolutely,
no problem. I'll be like, Andrew, can you do the podcast today? No, I can't. I'm busy today. All right. Well, what about golf? And you down for that? Yeah, no, let's go right now. Let's grab the clubs. We'll get some beer and let's go. I'm gonna bait him. I'm gonna be like, hey, Andrew, meet me down at the Fostoria Country Club, and I'm gonna bring our he's not gonna know. I'm just gonna bring our laptops and I'm gonna do a live show from the golf course.
Oh, okay, here we go.
We'll do that and then 9 holes.
Yeah. There we go.
But yeah.
So anyway.
So your son likes international soccer. Did you? I don't know if I asked you, who was he a fan of?
He likes so many players. Like we got Ronaldo, Messi. That's coming to the United States.
But teams, he doesn't like any certain Premier League teams at all.
No. I mean, he just literally watches all of it. I mean, he just loves soccer that much. I mean, he was watching. I was with him just yesterday or the other day, and he just watches soccer. He plays soccer on his iPad. He plays soccer. I mean, the dude is a legit fucking stud. Like he's the reason why I watch soccer, Premier League, and also USA soccer too. So, when Messi came to Miami and signed that contract, I was looking at tickets, and so
motherfucker is always. Hold on, real quick, pause. I don't mean to interrupt you.
It's insane.
I know. But you're stepping on my reads here. I was gonna get into that. Like, I just wanted to know what team your fucking son likes to play, and you got into this whole tangent about Matt. See, I was gonna be like, yo, Andrew, your son likes soccer, right? Yeah, he likes soccer. Does he have a favorite international team? No, he does not. Oh, that's great, because if he's a Messi fan, he's gonna start watching local soccer as opposed to international. But no, you just start rambling into shit that I want to talk about. That's all right. That's fine. That makes for good conversation, I guess. But yes, tickets. tickets are going from $30 to $50, what they were before he started playing, to now $500 to $800 to up into thousands of dollars. If you're playing like it's funny, you look at a Columbus Crew ticket right now, it's like $20 for a Columbus Crew ticket. You look at a Columbus Crew ticket in Columbus when they're playing Miami, it's like $600.
Yeah, well, Miami's done in Columbus, but like next year, that's where those tickets are. And like,
no. When the day I found out, I was looking because they play Cincinnati, and me and Sarah were like, "Oh, we can probably look at Cincinnati tickets because they got a FC club down there." And I was like, "All right, let's look." Yep, I was like, my eyes started doing the little swirl thing like the emoji. I was like, "No," I said, "I'll watch Messi play on TV. I don't need to watch him live." Yeah. I mean, it'd be cool to say that I've seen him live, but it's all right. Like, I'm gonna try to get some. I'm gonna try to get that Columbus Crew like season ticket 10-game pass where you can pick your games, and I'm just gonna slide a Miami game in there somewhere.
Yeah, well, I mean, take me down there with you. So, but so I made up for it. I got on Amazon and I found a Messi suit for him. Had it delivered to him, and he was in love. Like,
so look up. I don't know if they have them online, but remember I told you I got the cup from the Hard Rock Cafe in Pigeon Forge?
Yeah.
Well, they did a collaboration with Messi, and they got Messi gear there. And their shirts were badass. Like, they were pretty bad. So I would look into that, and you might be able to find them. They were pretty nice.
Huh, okay.
But yeah, aside from that, staying on soccer, we talked about it. We're going back to international here. We know that he doesn't know who the fuck I am. Like, we've established that. But my cousin out there at Manchester City, congratulations for getting the treble. They got all 3 championship trophies out there this year, and it's only happened one other time, and that was with Manchester United. And to win all 3 titles this year is something that is hard to do in soccer. And to be a blood relative, of somebody that did that is pretty cool. And all the soccer people that run by my last name, they're like, "Oh, do you know Pep Guardiola and whatnot? Like, you ever heard of him?" And I'm like, yeah, I've heard of him, And what do you call it? I went to a Walleye game, right? And this guy, we got into talking soccer for some reason that I was sitting next to, and he's like, yeah, man, like, he's a big Chelsea fan. I'm like, yeah, no, I would say that I'm a Man City fan. And he's like, "Oh, you jumping on that bandwagon?" I said, no, sir, no bandwagon. I said, "No Pep Guardiola?" He's like, "Yeah." I go, "He's my cousin." He's like, "No way." I had to pull out my ID, and we got the same last name. I was like, "Yeah, bitch, what?" Again, he'll never know who I am. He doesn't know who I am. He'll die not knowing who I am, which is fine.
Yeah.
But I'm gonna live off his credentials. That's all I'm saying. Yeah, I'm Pep Guardiola's cousin. I'm gonna go to Spain and be like, "Yeah, Pep Guardiola's my cousin."
Yeah.
Next thing you know, like, his bodyguards are gonna throw me into a white van and tie me up in a chair and be like, "Why are you going around saying Pep Guardiola's family?" Like, check my ID, bitch. Look at my passport. Go get my passport.
Yeah.
So yeah, no. And then I bet a couple of soccer games too, which is pretty fun. I don't know if you bet soccer, but it's not too bad.
I actually do, and I do pretty well at that, because literally you just take the over not take the over, but like you take the team that's favored and you're good.
Yeah.
And same with tennis too. So anyone that's listening, tennis, just take the guy that's gonna win, and you're gonna win. So,
and do we want to mention hockey at all? Because hockey was kind of a down season. Like, it was all right.
I mean, I was really surprised. Las Vegas winning the way they did. It's like, what that one game they won like 7-1. Like, what? Fucking seven goals in the championship. And
and I kind of feel stupid now because I told people, I was like, just bet Pittsburgh, and Pittsburgh fell to shit.
Yeah.
Like, they fell to shit. I was like, what the fuck happened? How do you dominate a whole season like that and then all of a sudden fall apart like Legos?
So, like, my dude, I refer some business to him. We refer business back and forth, but he's a big hockey fan. Sean Grave from Lawn Doctor, he loves hockey. Him and his wife, they go to hockey games. They watch hockey all the time. And I'm like, so who you got? He's like, Las Vegas, 100%. I'm like, so I just went that route. And I'm like, I'm not going to give you any money, but I feel like I owe you money for giving me that, So it was just crazy. Like, to see the way the NHL went, like, because we were talking about the Boston Bruins, what was it, like, a couple months ago, and like, these guys are hot.
Oh, I'm sorry. I said Pittsburgh, and I meant the Bruins. I don't know what the fuck happened. I'm sorry.
I don't know where you came from. I was just gonna let you laugh at that, but the Bruins were like,
nobody cares. Nobody cares about hockey.
Yeah. Yeah. So, like, when he said, just go Las Vegas. Like, so I just did that, and I'm like, all right, pretty good. So
yeah, it's all about winning those shekels.
Yep.
Andrew, speaking about winning shekels, do you have any plays coming up? I'm not asking you for to look up plays right now, but do you have anything in the works that any long-term bets? Because I was thinking the other day, I'm thinking that I'm going to put in for a repeat of Kansas City, and not because I think Kansas City's really going to win. I just think last year, at the beginning of the season, one of my buddies told me this, and he cashed in on it nice, and he wished that he'd put more money down. As he put in for the Chiefs to win, Mahomes to win MVP, and win Super Bowl MVP.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah. And dude, the odds were plus 5,500, and he's like, I wish I would have put $100 down. He's like, I put $3 down. I was like,
so I literally I'm gonna sound like a homer, but I do have the Browns winning the AFC North.
Okay, let's talk about that for a second. Yeah. Because that's not out of the realm of possibility.
Yeah.
You got no Ben. Yeah, you got no Ben in Pittsburgh, and I honestly think Lamar Jackson is a fraud. You know what I mean? Yeah. And then
but he
Joe
got
Burrow,
paid, so good for him. So
he got paid, but he hasn't played football in a year, and he can't come back after a year off and just, you know what I mean, just all of a sudden win the division. And not with a Joe Burrow, and not with Deshaun Watson, which Deshaun Watson's kind of in the same boat, but he at least played a little bit last year to kind of get acclimated to football again.
And also Deshaun Watson has also spent more time with his team in the off season.
Right.
Like they might as well have just had a mini camp with him, because how much he's done with them. So I'm not trying to sound like a homer, but the dude is putting in the work. And as far as the Cincinnati Bengals, they've lost some pieces, they've gained some pieces, whatever. But also, I love what the Browns did, not from a fan standpoint, but what as a better standpoint. I love what the Cleveland Browns did in the draft, and with this offseason, they have consistency now. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I literally already put my bet in, for them to win the AFC North.
And that's not a bad bet at all. I think a couple of us
it's a risky bet, but it's still it's a bet. So go ahead.
What did Cincinnati do to get better? That's kind of my thing. I don't think they did. I think things happened for them to not be as good as they were, but they didn't really do anything to counter that or do anything to be better.
I really don't know why they didn't make some moves that they did. That they did not. You know what I mean? So you got Joe Burrow. Me as a Cleveland fan, give me Joe Burrow all time, all day, all the time. But I just don't feel like they added some pieces to make him better. He reached his peak. He made it to the Super Bowl. Okay. But
offensively,
you have to add to that.
And just because you got all these receivers doesn't mean he's going to succeed every year.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you need interior help.
Yep.
And you refuse. You absolutely refuse to get him interior help.
So
I don't understand that.
So anytime I bet on a football game, I look at the interior and then I go out from there. Like, who do I have in this game that's on the offensive line? Who are they facing against the defense? You know, and then I look at who the receivers are, running backs are after that. If you cannot protect the quarterback, you cannot do anything. Every now and then you get lucky, but my motto has proven to work. And
people are gonna. Yep, and people are gonna figure out your receivers eventually.
Mm-hmm. Yep,
and they did. Look at what kind. I mean, you can say, like, compared to the year before, Jamar Chase had way low significant production. Like, I had him in fantasy. Trust me, he didn't do shit for me. Maybe a couple times, but
it is no secret that the more time you give Joe Burrow, the better off he is. If you don't give him time, no matter who his receivers are, he did not do that well. He needs time.
And that's any quarterback. And I'm not saying that Jalen Hurts, when I make this statement, I'm not saying that Jalen Hurts.
Look at Tom Brady. Tom Brady has always had the time to do what he done. 7 Super Bowls. Wow.
And he didn't last year. What happened?
There you go.
Like, that's the thing. Like, he didn't. And like I said, when I say this, I don't mean Jalen Hurts is bad. I'm not saying he's not talented, but the Eagles had the best offensive line last year, and they go to the Super Bowl.
Mm-hmm.
Some of that isn't just. I mean, Jalen Hurts, has a lot of it, but at the same time, like, that offensive line helping them has a lot to do with it as well.
Yep. Jalen Hurts is not the best quarterback at all.
No.
But he had time to make decisions. He had some pretty good talent. The other team,
I'll tell you what.
The other team just had a good defense and a good coach that figured it out.
Yeah, Jalen Hurts was the best quarterback in that Super Bowl. That was by far.
Super Bowl, but he was not the best. He's not the best quarterback in the NFL. That's what I'm saying.
Oh yeah, no. He's up there though. You know what? This season, I would say he's top 5. I would give him top 5 this season.
I would give him top 5 too, but because his release was so quick, he was able to learn that. But in the Super Bowl, the other team just figured them out. It happens.
No,
but still.
Don't say that because you can't throw for 400. You can't throw for 400 yards and say the other team figured you out.
They didn't win, dude.
Because we talked about that defense. If you can't stop the other team, you know what I'm saying?
Okay,
that's what that is.
That, but like at the same time, like Jalen Hurts and the Eagles fucked us both out of money. So
I didn't give a fuck about the money lost.
Oh, well, I did.
I gave a fuck about the loss. That's it. I cared about the loss because I hit pretty nice on the Super Bowl just with the running, but because of the running backs. But other than that, I was mad. I didn't want any of that. But one thing I did future that I did place too, and you'll probably agree with this, is I got Detroit winning their division this year.
Really?
Who's going to beat them?
Chicago looks pretty decent.
But we all know that Justin is flimsy.
I know.
I mean, they look decent.
I know,
but he looks flimsy.
I mean, but I don't know.
And he can't stay healthy. We know that too. So I can't count on the Bears. Are you gonna give me Kirk Cousins and the Vikings?
No, absolutely not.
Are you gonna give me an Aaron Rodgers-less Green Bay Packers?
No. But I'm still. It's so Detroit. I take Detroit game by game, not for long term shit. Okay.
But Campbell. Okay, we like coaching, right? We talk about coaching on this podcast a lot.
Yeah.
Campbell is a almost good to great coach, I would say.
Yeah, but they also lost how many people because they were gambling, because they were listening to our podcast. Oh
well, maybe that's why I'm putting money on them, Andrew. You know what I'm saying? Like, keep the fandom going. But no, I still think that Detroit's going to be good this year.
I'm game by game. I will not put anything on that division. The only thing I would bet is that division is going to be shit. Like
Yeah, and that's the other thing. They're not going to be the best. They're not going to be the best of the best. They're going to be the best of the shit. Like, I mean, just because you got potpourri in your shit doesn't mean like you're good. You know, it doesn't mean you don't stink. Like, you just stink less than the horse manure.
Right.
So, but yeah, we got a couple months until preseason starts. I know that'll be Sarah's trying to get me out to Cleveland because the Eagles go out to Cleveland for preseason. Not that preseason matters, but maybe that's something the Shackaloo Cast will do. We'll just go buy $10 tickets to go watch Cleveland and the Eagles butt heads. No, why?
I would not do that. So
why not?
Because I really do not give a shit to go to another Cleveland Browns game for a long time. So the Guardians,
you know what, Andrew?
Guardians,
when they
would
win,
definitely go.
when they win, don't come looking for tickets, baby. When they start winning, don't come looking for tickets.
I'm not going
don't
to.
come to. Don't come to the pound. Don't come to the pound looking for dog licenses, man.
I'm not gonna do that either. Like, no. The only time I go to Cleveland is for a baseball game, and that's about it now. Or if I
do you like?
So what?
Do you like their new logo? The Browns. They got the new helmet thingy going on. They put out there.
You mean the same helmet? The same helmet they've had for fucking years?
No, they're putting the dog on the helmet now.
Oh, okay. All right. Well,
most of the motherfucker didn't even know.
No, I did not. I really don't give a shit. Like, here's one thing I can give you is like, there's a whole gambling thing, and the podcast is you've held on to fandom, like me, with gambling and all that. Like, my fandom has been, disrupted on things, and so I don't know.
That's fine.
I don't know if it's the fucking the gambling or I just don't like Cleveland Browns fans. So like. It's my team, and I support them.
No, it's not. Yeah. If the Eagles fan on the podcast knows about the new logo on the helmet before the Browns fan on the podcast, you're not a fan, Andrew. That's just not how that works. That's not your team.
Do not give me shit. I'm saying like, that's my team. I've been a Browns fan my entire life, and that's what I'm gonna do.
So. Keep your ass out of the parade. There's gonna be at the parade. There's gonna be a sign that says "Don't let this man in." It's gonna have your face on.
Tell you what, I'm gonna buy a fucking shirt with that goddamn dog on it. So, so that's how I roll. So,
all right. But hey, so we want to tell the people before we close out here.
Yeah, for sure.
The next couple episodes, it's coming. We've been teasing it. We've talked about it, that we should do it and that we're going to do it during the dead hours of summer. And the dead hours of summer are upon us. It's going to be July next week.
God damn. And so depressing.
I know. But it won't be depressing when it comes to content for you to listen to, because we're going to go toe to toe with each other. And it's going to be LeBron v. Jordan. And we're going to make our case. Obviously, Andrew's a big Jordan fan.
Yep.
I wouldn't even say fan. Like, obviously, because I'm a fan of Jordan too. It's not like I hate Michael Jordan. I don't even I'm not even a fan of LeBron. Like I was telling Andrew this. Like, I don't have any LeBron jerseys. I don't have any stock. I was not a Cleveland fan. I didn't really care if he went to Miami or anything like that. But he does have a case to make the GOAT, and so I'm going to play devil's advocate, and I'm going to try to make the case for LeBron over Jordan.
You always use Andrew's that, like devil's advocate, like, I'm not right or wrong, but like I'm going to argue.
Because I think that there's a good case for LeBron to be, one of to be the top greatest of all time.
Yeah,
I mean, there's arguments for everybody. It's maybe we bring up something that people never thought. Maybe I convert Christian. Maybe I convert Kingist. You know what I mean? I start converting Kingist over here, and the LeBronians come over, and the people from Jordan, Jordan, or they call it in the Bible, come over and hang out with us, and LeBron, like Lebanon. Yeah. I don't know. I'm just now at this point. I'm just making shit.
yeah. You've been spending too much time at church, dude. Like,
yeah. No, God, I wish. I probably wouldn't have said things like that then. But yeah, no. So that's gonna be a 2-part episode. Okay, so like stay tuned for 1 part and then 2-part. We're not gonna bore you with 2 hours of conversation at once because your brain will explode. Andrew's brain will explode in 2 hours.
It will not. I'm actually very intelligent, so. So no, I'm looking forward to that. Just to tell you that you're wrong. So.
I'm wrong. You gotta listen. You gotta make the case that Jordan's a GOAT. That ain't decided in stone either.
I've got 6 rings. You got 3.5. So.
So are the Patriots the greatest franchise of all time?
No, absolutely not.
Why? They got the most rings.
No, Tom Brady does.
Well, I'm just saying. Well, yeah, he's the greatest quarterback of all time, but that's not what I asked you.
There you go. Okay, so this 2-part episode is not gonna fucking happen because you literally just said LeBron does not have Michael Jordan rings, but you're like Tom Brady's got most rings. Okay, so conversation closed. Don't worry,
Tom Brady's been doing it. Tom Brady's been doing it since he's 50. Like he's doing it in his like mid-40s. Jordan wasn't winning rings in his mid-40s, so that's if he was doing that.
Took a fucking break. Okay, you know what? Let's save it for the next episode.
There's a little teaser for you, folks. There's a little teaser. Andrew's face is turning red.
Oh my God! You're so fucking high. Like I don't get it. Anyway, next episode. Yes. We are going to talk about LeBron being less than Michael Jordan, and that's how we're going to do it. So
that's fine.
Okay,
that's fine. See,
are we good?
Yeah, yeah. Because it's fine. Because I'll leave you silent. I'm a master debater.
Yeah.
All right.
A masturbator.
A master debater.
You literally just got married. Why are you a masturbator? Come on.
Why am I a master debater?
Oh, debater.
I just like to argue.
Yeah, you do.
ask my wife. See, this is a good podcast for me because I can argue.
Yeah.
Speaking of arguing, we're gonna after the Jordan stuff, we are going to bring on.
I can literally just text Sarah. I'm like, "You're welcome." He's done arguing for the night.
Well, no, because that's why we're bringing on 2 more people on the podcast. We're gonna have a couple of guest hosts here in a month or so.
Announcement. Go ahead.
Yep, and then we're gonna do that. It's gonna be fun. They're just dipping into a little bit of sports betting on their podcast. They're actually just a sports podcast. They talk about sports and stuff like that. But they're a little bit younger than us. They're about 12 years younger than us. So we got the old heads and some newbies coming in. So it's going to be a great generational, maybe we'll ask them who won the argument, because obviously we're going to put up polls and people can hear arguments, and it's not us to decide, Andrew, who made the better case for their player. It's going to be up to the people. So you can't sit there and say that you won and be like, haha, I won this argument. It's just going to be like, you tell us.
Even though you would do the same thing. You're like, no, I definitely won this one.
Yeah.
Anyway,
well, that's because I'm the host. That's how that works.
I am the
host. I'm the driver. You're a passenger. You're the passenger princess on this podcast. Okay.
No, you're the passenger. Okay.
You're PPP. All right. Passenger princess on the podcast.
Oh, okay. All right.
All right. But speaking of podcast. If you enjoyed this episode of the Shackaloo Podcast, please like, subscribe, follow us on Twitter, follow us on Facebook, do the YouTube thing. The videos will be up. Follow us on TikTok. We post our content there, all the Facebook reels. We appreciate all your support. Sorry that we've been gone for a while. I guess since we should have been gone, we probably should have been more active on our socials. That's our bad. I got hitched and Andrew got ditched. That's just how that works. Bro, I couldn't even.
I fucking love it.
Okay. I'm sorry, bro. I'm sorry if I hit you.
No, you're good.
And that's gonna be the name of this episode.
Oh my God.
And I'm glad that we got something to spark up some laughter on this episode right at the very end. So hopefully everybody didn't get tired of listening.
Oh shit. Okay.
Just like and follow us, and we love you guys so much and appreciate all of the support. And have a great night, everyone.